Hello, we're here at Shoe Healer and we've had some shoes sent in for repair from a good customer of ours called Alan. And Alan sends his shoes in regularly. He doesn't particularly look after his shoes, doesn't Alan? He doesn't put any cream on them, any nourishment on them. But it doesn't really matter about that. But what Alan's done is he was in a bit of a rush, wanted a repair doing, so he sent them to his local repairer, localish repairer, and had a quick repair done on them. And this is what they did. He had the day-night sole on, and they've put a cover sole over the day-night sole. They have actually fitted a day-night heel, but they'd put a foam heel stack in, and then put the heel on there, and then when they trimmed it off, what did they do? They took away all the ruddy welt. Look at that. Look. Ground away. So the chap's been on the machine trying to get a nice edge here, and he's just ground away until there's nothing left. So whatever you do to your shoes, a bad repairer will destroy them. So now we've got to rebuild this, do a little bit of extra work on that welt to try and get this back together again. Makes our job 10 times more difficult. Now Paul's away on holiday. I'm just stepping in for him and covering while he's away. When he comes back, he's going to be raging. There's going to be some effing and jeffing going off in this shop. He'll be throwing stuff about when he sees that. Mad as hell. He'd want to throttle somebody. Hopefully not me. Right, another pair of boots just come in. Chap's bought some new boots for us. These were his favourite boots. They're a fashion boot. And he's asked, can we do a full rebuild on them? And it's a bit of a... The boot is a fashion boot, and it was bought at a price, and it had a lifespan when it was bought, and the whole boot is starting to just degrade a little bit. And you can see there's a mock welt on here, so we're going to struggle to do something with that to work off of that. Can you see where that mock welt is coming apart there? It's got this plastic unit on, and he would like something like this Vi-Lite that's on this lovely trigger. So what we're going to have to do with this is strip it down, put a leather midsole, stitch that in, Blake stitch it, and then work from that and just see what we've got. I've taken some money off of him for this job. It's about £80 for this repair, but I've told him when I start stripping these down, if I come across anything where I can't guarantee it's going to be a good repair, I'll just give him his money back and give him his boots back, because we're trying to put something like a Porsche engine into a Fiat, and it's just difficult to make sure that that works right and that he's going to get his value for money out of this repair. So I'll do some pictures of this and see how it goes, and then see how Paul gets on with these. This is what we've got to work with. A fashion boot. It's got very little structure to it really. So we'll take this right down to a lovely leather midsole, nice stout midsole, stitch that on and then bond the unit to it. Should make it a good boot. Satisfying. Right, you'll have seen us grinding the old sole off these boots, getting them down to a level where we can start building them back up again. We had to keep the original mock welt. Well, we didn't have to, but to keep the price realistic, we had to keep the original mock welt. So we've got the mock welt, we've got a tiny strip of the original sole, then we've got this beautiful midsole that's put together. The whole thing is then Blake stitched together to make it solid. So the machine goes inside and it stitches through everything, including the top sole, leaving us that lovely midsole there for us to bond onto and get a really nice bond onto that with the Vibram unit. So that's come together really nice. Can you just see that there? Look, you've got the original mock welt, little bit of the unit, then the midsole that we've stitched all together, make a lovely sandwich that between the insole and then bonded on top. So that's made a really solid boot of it. How long will that go? Well, it depends on the uppers now. The bit we've done at the bottom, absolutely bomb-proof. But the tops and the uppers and the linings, well, we'll just see how they go. But it does look like a nice boot, and I think that will go well. And he'll get his last bit of wear out of these boots that he didn't really want to give up on.